All right, everybody, welcome back. Let's dive into some really cool product marketing stuff today. We're unpacking some awesome insights from Tyler. He's the mastermind over at Viibrook,
Mm.
this marketing consultancy firm that's doing some really, really cool things. And, one of the things we're going to focus on today is Tyler's approach to connecting with your audience. And it's not just about, like, blasting out these generic ads.
Yeah, it's not about getting your name out there as much as possible,
Yeah.
just hoping something sticks, but it's really about
Yes.
resonating.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, what Tyler really nails is this. It's not enough to just know your audience's demographics,
Mm-hmm.
like their age or their job title, that kind of thing. You need to dig deeper. He wants you to understand what they already tried, why they need your product now, like what makes them tick,
Yeah.
really getting into their heads.
Okay, so let's unpack this a little bit. So instead of just saying like, hey, you need accounting, we're here, which, let's be honest,
Yeah.
is about as effective as like, I don't know, a screen door on a submarine.
Right.
Tyler says you need to get specific. And he uses this example of an accountant, right, targeting business owners. But instead of that like super generic message, imagine this: looking for an honest and reliable accountant for your business.
There you go.
Yeah.
See how that speaks directly to a value that many business owners prioritize.
Mm-hmm.
Honesty, integrity,
Hmm.
it resonates way more than just like a generic message ever could.
And it's like, you're not just trying to attract any warm body, you're trying to attract the right clients. So if this accountant loves working with private practices, why not make that crystal clear in their messaging?
Absolutely. That's where targeting your message really comes into play. You don't want to waste time and resources attracting clients that aren't a good fit.
Exactly. So instead of this like catch-all message, it becomes something like, does your private practice need skilled, honest accounting help? And it's like you're weeding out the folks who wouldn't be a good fit from the get-go.
Yeah.
But, and this is where it gets really interesting, Tyler says, even a targeted message like that can be even more effective.
Because even a targeted offer is still just that, a direct offer.
Right.
It doesn't necessarily build that deeper connection,
Right. And that's where this whole concept of characterizing your audience comes in. It's like painting this vivid picture of your ideal customer so you can craft these messages that really hit home. To use Tyler's words, it's about learning how to talk to people, not at them.
I love that distinction.
Yeah.
It's about moving beyond assumptions and really stepping into your audience's world,
So how do we actually do this whole characterization thing?
So Tyler breaks it down into two main categories. He's got stages, and then he's got life circumstances.
Okay, so let's stick with our accountant example. They want to work with private practices, right?
Right.
But within that world, there are different stages a business might be in. Tell me more about that.
So you've got the early stage,
Yeah.
right? Maybe someone who just launched their practice. They're still figuring things out. Their needs are going to be very different from someone in the mid stage who might be thinking about taking on loans, expanding their office space,
Yeah.
hiring more staff.
Oh, totally. Their financial concerns are going to be way different.
Completely.
And then you've got those in the late stage of their careers, maybe thinking about selling their practice or retiring.
Yeah, legacy stuff.
Legacy, yes, exactly. Trying to set themselves up for the next chapter.
Exactly. Each stage comes with its own unique set of financial considerations, challenges, and goals.
It'd be like marketing a retirement planning service to someone who just opened their doors yesterday. Understanding those stages helps you really hone in on the right message for the right audience at the right time. But what about life circumstances? Where does that fit into all of this?
That's where we go beyond the professional journey and think about the external factors that might be influencing our ideal client. What's happening in their world?
Okay, so for our accountant, focusing on private practices,
Are they dealing with, like, new insurance regulations?
did a competitor just open up across the street?
Are they feeling the pressure of burnout in a demanding field?
Whoa, that's a really good point. You rarely see burnout addressed in marketing, but it's so relevant,
It's so real.
especially in healthcare.
Yeah. It's about tuning into those nuances that make your audience feel truly seen and understood. It adds a whole other layer of personalization to your messaging.
Yeah.
But there's more to Tyler's approach. It's not just about understanding where your audience is now.
You've also got to understand where they've been.
Hmm.
You're telling me, it's like they say you can't really understand someone until you've walked a mile in their shoes, right?
Exactly. And that's where Tyler's problems, attempts, and failures framework comes in. He wants you to dig deep into the struggles your audience has faced even before they knew your product existed.
Okay, so it's not just about knowing they need an accountant. It's about understanding that messy, frustrating journey they've probably already been on before they even click on your ad.
Precisely. This is how you differentiate yourself, not by just listing features, but by addressing a real deeply felt need. You're saying, I get you. I've been there. Let me help.
Okay, I'm hooked. Walk me through how this works using our accountant example.
All right, so we're picturing this mid-stage private practice owner, right? What are some financial problems they might be facing? Think about the headaches, the sleepless nights.
Well, they're probably drowning in receipts, for one.
Oh, absolutely.
And maybe their DIY accounting software just isn't cutting it anymore.
Right, it's not sophisticated enough?
Plus, they might be worried about taxes as the revenue grows. Those are always a mystery.
Exactly. They might be thinking, am I setting aside enough? Am I going to get audited? It's stressful.
And all of that is time and energy they could be spending on their actual patients.
Right. So now think about the attempts they might have made to solve these problems. Maybe they tried hiring a part-time bookkeeper, but that person wasn't reliable. Or maybe they went to some fancy accounting software webinar, but it was way too complex.
So their attempts either didn't work or even created new problems.
Exactly.
Talk about frustrating.
And that frustration is key, because that's where you want to meet your audience at their point of, ugh, this is a mess and I don't know how to fix it. By acknowledging their past struggles, you build instant credibility and empathy.
Okay, I'm seeing the light here. But we've got our ideal client, we understand their journey, we've dug into their pain points. Now, how does this translate into a compelling marketing message?
Well, Tyler actually gives a fantastic example in the masterclass. He shares the exact wording of an ad targeted at these mid-stage private practices. And let me tell you, it's good.
Okay, hit me with it. I'm ready.
Get this. It says, if you are scaling your practice, you're probably caught in the day-to-day whirlwind of hiring, firing, and managing your team while ensuring your existing patients are happy. As your revenue grows, so do your expenses. And let's be honest, keeping up with your finances might feel like a distant priority.
Okay, already I'm exhausted just hearing that. I can relate to feeling like you're juggling chainsaws some days.
Right. But it gets better.
Yeah.
The ad continues. You know you need a strong accountant, but finding the time to even think about it, let alone interview candidates, feels impossible. Maybe you've delegated it to someone on your staff, but their lack of accounting expertise keeps you up at night. If you're ready for an ethical, experienced accountant who can help you build a rock-solid financial foundation so you can focus on what you do best, caring for your patients, click here.
Whoa, that is powerful stuff. It's like he crawled inside the mind of a private practice owner.
Exactly. See how it goes beyond just offering accounting services? It zeroes in on the specific challenges they face. The hiring struggles, the pressure to manage expenses, the time crunch. It even acknowledges their past attempts to solve the problem, like delegating to a staff member who's in over their head.
And it nails that emotional impact, those sleepless nights, that constant worry about finances. Then it swoops in with the perfect solution. A partner who can handle it all so they can get back to doing what they love. This is light years beyond a "we do accounting" message.
Right. It's persuasive because it's personal. It shows you understand their world, their struggles, even their aspirations.
Okay, so this is clearly a brilliant ad, but I have to ask, how does someone even begin to craft something this insightful? I mean, it feels like a work of art almost.
Well, Tyler stresses that this level of insight doesn't happen overnight. It takes work. But it's essential if you want marketing that actually moves people to action.
So no more shortcuts, no more generic templates, no more slapping together a generic message and hoping for the best. This is about really like digging deep, understanding your audience better than they understand themselves, right?
It is. It's about uncovering those aha moments, those moments where your ideal customer reads it or sees it and thinks, wow, they really get me.
Yes.
Because when you can articulate their struggles better than they can, that's when the magic happens.
Yes. It's like you become this trusted advisor, someone who just understands their world and knows just what to say to like ease their anxieties.
Exactly. And, it's not about manipulation or anything. It's about connection. It's about showing up authentically and saying, I see you, I hear you, and I'm here to help.
This has been really eye-opening. So to wrap things up here, what's the biggest takeaway you hope our listeners walk away with today?
Ditch the generic marketing fluff. Take the time to really understand your audience, their journey, their challenges, aspirations. Put in the work up front, and the results will speak for themselves.
Yes, I couldn't agree more. It's quality over quantity.
Like
Connecting on a human level. It's about building those relationships that last.
Remember, the most effective marketing doesn't feel like marketing at all.
Yeah.
Feels like a conversation with a trusted friend.
Ooh, I love that. So on that note, we'll leave you with this. How can you apply Tyler's problems, attempts, and failures framework to your own marketing?
Yeah, how can you?
What stories can you tell? What
Right.
pain points can you address? Because when you truly connect with your audience's needs, you're not just selling a product or service, you're offering a solution that can truly make a difference in their lives.
Keep diving deep, and remember, the most powerful marketing messages are the ones that resonate on a human level.
Until next time, happy marketing, everybody.